Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Lezend YouTube channel. Welcome to this session of current affairs. Today also we shall be learning some new topics regarding to current affairs. Our first topic is convalescent plasma therapy. Convalescent plasma therapy. So it was in news. Why news? It was in news because the first patient who was treated with this plasma therapy has been recovered in Telangana recently, and that's why it is in news. So let us understand what is convalescent plasma therapy. We'll try to break the words and understand the meaning. Convalescent plasma therapy. Therapy, you know, therapy means treatment. You must be heard physiotherapy. Therapy means treatment, different types of treatment. So this is plasma therapy, right? Convalescent. Convalescent means, let us suppose a person A has got a viral fever. He's suffering from viral fever. He has got fever and some other symptoms for 10 days. He has suffered from fever and some other symptoms for 10 days. And from 10th day onwards, the fever and the infection started to subside. But from 10th day onwards, even though the symptoms subsided, he was having severe weakness. So from the day of weakness to the day of total recovery, that period is called convalescence, right? Convalescence. Plasma, you know blood, total composition of blood is 100%. 55% is plasma. 1% is platelets and WBCs, and 44% accounts for RBCs. So 55% is plasma. In short, plasma is a liquid whose majority portion is water. It's filled with enzymes, proteins and antibodies. So a plasma is taken from a person who has recovered from the infection, and it is induced into the person who is ill with that infection. So when we get to the history of it, in 1890 there was diphtheria in the world. At that point of time, a German physiologist, Bergin, had done some experiments on the rabbit. He took the plasma of the rabbit and injected to another one which was suffering from infection. This plasma which was given to the suffering rabbit, it had recovered. So he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1909. He was a German physiologist. So what are actually, you must be understanding, what are antibodies and what are antigens? We have discussed that this plasma contains antibodies, proteins and enzymes, right? Antigens are the foreign agents which enter into our body. They are different sort of infections. And antibodies are the immune response created by our body. Like a soldier, it's like a fight, you know. Every antibody will be there for a separate infection. So for a separate infection, there will be a separate antibody. So that's how our body reacts to infections, right? So we all know that this COVID-19 does not have any treatment. Even the vaccine is still in progress. Many scientists are working on different types of drugs like hydroxychloroquine and favipiravir, etc. So at this time, in order to save lives, because the patients who have recovered from this infection will have the antibodies which is able to combat this infection, right? So the plasma is taken from the person who has recovered and is injected to the suffering person. Because as I told you, there is a separate antibody for separate antigen. And our body remembers that. This is called our immune memory. Suppose if you got chicken pox in your childhood, you have suffered with mumps in your childhood. That infection may with maximum probability will not repeat in your life afterwards. Because if you get that infection again, your body has got that immune memory, and it will prepare the exact antibodies to kill that antigens. Right? This is called the immune response. So this plasma is taken from the recovered patients and injected to the person who is suffering from the infection. This is a sort of passive immunization. Passive immunization. Why this is called passive immunization? And you must know that these antibodies, when they are injected from one person to another person, their lifetime is short. They will live in your body for only the period of 3 to 4 days, right? Right. So now we will try to learn about the differences between vaccination and this therapy. When a person is given vaccine for some disease, that vaccine will help you create immune for a disease for lifetime. Even if you get infected 3 to 4 times also, your body is in a position to fight the infection. But when it comes to this plasma therapy, this is not lifetime. This is only short-lived, because these antibodies, when they are injected into your body, will live only for short period of time, like I told you, 3 to 4 days only. So this type of therapy is only useful for immediate response to save the lives of the person. We know already 1,25,000 of people are in India are infected, right? So that was a small discussion about convalescent plasma therapy. Yes. So let us go to our second topic. International Day for Biodiversity. Right, World Biodiversity Day it is also called. It is observed on May 22nd. So let us know about World Biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity means the total number of life forms which exist on planet Earth. That means different types of species of animals which are there on our Earth. According to the latest research, there are approximately 8.7 million types of species on Earth. 8.7 million types of species on Earth, out of which we only have the database of 1.7, guys. So 1.7 out of 8.7, that's approximately 20%. And many environmentalists and scientists believe that it's not 1.7. Majority of it are its synonyms, paryaya padalu, synonyms, and the total database what we have of all the creatures is only 1.5 million, right? So that means out of the 8.7, we have only the database of 1.5, and we do not have database of the total remaining types of species. And out of this total 8.7 million types of species, 6.2 stay on land, live on land, while 2.2 live in water. We also know that from evidences, there were 250,000 types of species which have extincted from Earth. Majority scientists believe that this 250,000 of species which have been discovered and studied, it's only a small proportion of the life forms which existed on the Earth. And scientists also believe that 99% of the species have extincted from the face of the Earth. And what is the reason for that? All these things have extincted, have gone from the face of the Earth due to extinction and speciation. This term is important, guys. Speciation. What is speciation? Speciation means the evolving of a species into complete different species is called speciation. That's the scientific part. So actually in 1992, the United Nations decided to observe December 29th as World Biodiversity Day initially. It was observed on December 29th till the year 2000. So later it was decided that this will be observed on 22nd May to commemorate the importance of Rio Earth Summit, which happened on 22nd May 1992. So that's how we know how the World Biodiversity Day, since then it is being observed. Right, so that was about it's a very small topic about World Biodiversity Day.